Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Legend Knows Football TV. Champions League is done and dusted. The match between Chelsea and PAFOS has ended in favor of Chelsea. We had to wait 77 minutes to see a goal. 1-0 is the final result, and what a boring game that was, I must say. Against a team that I think this is the debut season for PAFOS in the Champions League. And for us, the Club World Cup champions, spending 2 billion across 2-3 years. I thought we would wipe the floor with them, but in the end, the quality from Chelsea just isn't where it should be. I think I'm living in the past in terms of where Chelsea usually was and where we are now. It's hard to let go of the past, but anyways, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel as we go through our review for the Chelsea versus PAFOS game. As soon as I saw the lineup, I was thinking to myself, I even wrote it down in my book. Jorgensen starts, and I wrote Jorgensen starts probably for game time. That's what I wrote down. I wrote down that, with all the rumors and all the things that came out after Enzo Maresca's sacking, or the fact that he left the club because the owners have these rules and these methods of saying who plays and who doesn't. I just thought that Jorgensen is maybe starting tonight because he needs some game time, and what other than a Champions League night to increase his value and just have a little bit of advertising for Jorgensen. Maybe we want to trade him out, sell him, and make a little bit of profit. But Jorgensen starts and he gets subbed off halftime. Don't know what happened. Didn't hear much from the commentary. But Sanchez comes on, and like I said, the first half was boring. We had 2 shots from Caicedo. I think in the first half, 2 shots from Caicedo, a disallowed goal from Enzo Fernandez, a cross that was put in by Pedro Neto. And then there was a barrier shield header that went wide of the post in the first half. So we had half chances in the first half. But majority of the first half, we were just moving the ball side to side. The defensive line passing the ball side to side. The low block, we are lost of ideas in breaking down low blocks. And we are playing this crossing game where Neto crosses the ball, Castro crosses the ball, but we don't have a striker that knows how to move off the ball, movement in the box, in attacking box. If you are familiar with my channel, I was following Nigeria in the AFCON, and the way Osimhen used to peel off defenders just to get into that space behind a defender when a cross comes in to give him that momentum to attack the ball. He would have thrived in today's game. Osimhen maybe would have scored a hat-trick of headers today, because the quality of the balls that Neto put in wasn't that bad. I mean, Enzo Fernandez had the ball in the back of the net, but he pushed because he's a short type of player, so he had to push the defender to get some advantage of it. But if it was Osimhen, boom bam, he would have thrived today. But I don't know, back to my point, I don't know why we are playing this crossing game if we don't have that type of aerial threat up front. But nonetheless, it was a good result in the end. We got the job done. The substitutes that came on didn't actually make a huge difference. To be honest, this whole team, from when Enzo Maresca left to how we are playing now under this new coach, Liam Rosane, or whatever his name is, I don't see a difference. I really do not see a difference. Because like I said in various previous videos of mine, I don't see these players improving. I think most of them have reached their ceiling. We don't know what's going on with Cole Palmer. He's in and out of the team. Does he have a chronic injury now, or Are the owners planning on selling him, protecting him, and then giving him some game time just to get his value to where it was maybe a year ago? But other than that, guys, let's look at the stats a bit. Let me not dwell on 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 the owners and all of that. This was your starting 11. We had the lap, Neto on the right, Fernandez is the number 10, Caicedo, James, Fofana, Ariashil, Hato, Jorgensen, Casto, and Garnacho on the left. Garnacho, not much involvement in the. He had a chance in the second half where he could have scored, but the defender made a good recovery and blocking his shot. Caicedo obviously with a goal, had a decent game in the midfield. You can't ask any much more from Caicedo. He just does his job in the midfield. And PAFOS didn't put much pressure on our team for Caicedo to run around a lot. James was taken off probably because of protection. I don't know. Like I said, it was maybe an advertisement for the team. Like maybe they also want to sell James, Hato. And then Hato in the 70th minute, we took off Hato, Garnacho, and the lap to bring on Gittens, Cucurella, and João Pedro. Only thing Gittens came to do on the pitch was to get a yellow card. João Pedro didn't do much. Cucurella didn't do much. The fact that we actually won this game is so, how should I say, undeserving, in my opinion. We dominated the game, but we did not dominate it in a fashion where we maybe we should have won because we were playing we had most of the possession, if not like most of the possession, but it was just boring. Whom are we even playing in the Premier League this coming weekend? Whom are we even playing? Let me just check quickly here whom we are playing in the Premier League this coming weekend, because the way we played today, guys, we are playing against Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace is also struggling, so we might also get another 3 points from there. So far for the new coach, it is 4 games played, 1 loss and 3 victories. So it's a decent start for him. And let's see where we are in the Champions League. I think we are 8th now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are 8th. We're 13 points. So we need to beat Napoli to secure our spot here in the automatic qualification for the next round. But anyways, that was your match analysis, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Boring Chelsea, but we got the job done. The players just need to improve and show more intent and stop with the passing at the back. That is not the way you get to win matches against bigger teams. Let's reference the game against PSG at the Club World Cup final when we had high intensity play and fast build-ups, and we can get the season back on track. But guys, let me not mumble and fumble anymore. Leave a like, subscribe. I will see you in the next upload. Cheers, stay safe, and God bless.